Jaw-dropping full detail, including a
the
ceramic
stream
finish.
on
Recon
YouTube.
Auto
Thanks for
Detailing.
joining us,
Online
everybody.
at
We're Dragoon Brewing. We'll start the radio
If you have
show
a small
here
business,
in
Staples has your
just
sign.
a couple
Banners
minutes. So
for my bakery?
if you want to come
Staples
by
has your
and hang
sign.
out with us today,
posters
we're
for my new
inside
pet store.
the
Four
tap
decals,
room
four
at Dragoon
pharmacies.
Brewing.
Every day,
The
Staples
address
associates
is
help every kind of
1859
small
West
business
Grant
create
Road.
bold signs to make
You can
big
check them out at
impressions. And now get $10 off
You know what?
custom
Maybe we
signs,
could,
banners,
we
and
could bring the
posters when
lights
you
up
spend
just a
$50 or more.
smidge.
This is your sign, so print
It's a
it
little
big at
dark in
Staples.
here for the show.
Ends 10-1. Visit
See if we can get them bring it up
staplesconnect.com/this is your
just a
sign for
little bit, but
details.
We've got a
For more than
webcam over
20
here.
years,
I don't
the
know.
Window Depot
Maybe
has
we might
provided the best
point
price and the
camera
biggest
inside
inventory
the,
on in-stock vinyl
the breweries.
windows.
Well, I've been
And
here
now the
before. It's
Window
kinda
Depot
cool.
is more than a window
Is
store,
they,
offering homeowners and contractors a
they,
one-stop warehouse full of
have a
interior and
canning
exterior
machine back
doors,
there,
granite and quartz
which was
countertops,
really cool.
in-stock
You can see
cabinetry,
how
and flooring and
they
tile to
can
finish
the
your
beers
project.
at the
Their
top
team
of
of
the
professionals will help
Put
with
'em on
everything,
top.
from free kitchen design to custom orders from leading manufacturers like Milgard and Geldwin.
Yeah,
Order
better.
online or find a location
Better.
near you at thewindowdepot.com.
Here's another remarkable success story from QC Kinetics. This one from Chad, who hurt his knee at the gym one day, and it just kept on hurting for months.
From my high school football and wrestling days, I already had a little bit of damage in there, but this just sent it over the edge.
Chad tried traditional treatments with no improvement when he turned to the non-surgical regenerative treatments at QC Kinetics.
It was really fascinating how they
Today's my
did their
birthday,
work,
by the
and
way,
the science
so,
behind it was very
that's why we're out and
intriguing, and
about.
it
So
works.
if you're here, come by.
Extracting the cure out of my
really
own body
like if
blew
you
my
brought
mind.
me a
It's
birthday
like I'm
present,
brand new
but if you
again. It
didn't,
was
that's
fantastic.
okay.
That's because
by
the
the way,
QC
coming up on the
Kinetics
show,
natural biologic treatments use your body's own healing power to
sat
restore
down
damaged tissue in your
with
hips, shoulders,
Courtney
back, and
Ramey
knees,
earlier
providing
today.
long-lasting
So we'll
relief.
have that
Now I'm
interview
back at the
coming up.
gym. I'm 100% feeling great.
If you're tired of suffering
we'll
with
have
pain
Al
from arthritis
Borges
or
on,
injury, call
our
QC
football coach, and
Kinetics
we're gonna
now
talk
for
to
a
him
free
about what gap
consultation.
integrity
Call
means.
QC Kinetics.
So that's coming up on the show.
520-497-4955.
And then because it's Wildcat Wednesday,
That's
Lauren Jackson's going to join us, the assistant swim coach for the U of A, because we try to talk about all the student athletes. So we'll do that today on the program as well.
MyPillow
And
is
of
having
course,
their
it's Wednesday,
biggest
so
bed
Brian
sheet
Jeffries
sale
also
ever.
comes
The
by to
MyPillow
join us. So
percale sheets
now you
are
know.
available in a variety of
And I might
colors,
have one
and all sizes
surprise
are on sale.
guest
For
as
example,
well.
the queen size, regular price $89.98. Now only $39.98 with your promo code. Order now, as there's a very limited
Booney's
supply.
texting me
The
as well.
MyPillow percale sheets are breathable and have a cool, crisp feel. They have
All right,
deep pockets to
we're
fit
getting
over
going here
any
in just a
mattress.
second, so
These come with a
thanks for hanging out
10-year
with us
warranty
today. So now you
and
get
a
to see what it's like
60-day
before
money-back
the show.
guarantee.
So
Go
we
to
actually block everything out.
mypillow.com and click on the radio
Believe it or
listener
not, we
square
actually do
and use
plan
promo
for
code
the show,
Westwood
and
to
everything's
receive the
blocked out
MyPillow
hour by
percale
hour.
sheets for as low as
what's coming up on the
$29.98.
show.
Order
So
now, because when they're gone,
we're getting ready to
they're
get
gone.
started here in just a
Or
second.
call 800-653-7485 and use promo code Westwood.
Okay.
Tune in all season long for the biggest pregame football show in the Pac-12.
Featuring Glenn Howell and the captain Calvin Efon, celebrating their 10th season behind the mic, getting you ready for the game.
Only on Wildcats Radio.
15 seconds.
There you hear
CUB Tucson, a Cumulus media station.
There is only one station in town good enough to be named after
today.
the Arizona Wildcats. That's why we bring it every day, so we can be called Wildcats Radio 1290.
I think we're ready to go.
Rich Herrera on Wildcats Radio 1290.
It's time to begin the show. Hello again, everybody. I'm Rich Herrera. Thanks for joining us. We leave the friendly confines of the Wildcats Radio 1290 studios. We make our way out to Dragoon Brewing. Every time I say Dragoon, I feel like I should say it with like an accent. Oh, the Dragoon Brewing boys are having us out today. But it's not a good accent, so I'll just tell you we're here at Dragoon Brewing Company, 1859 West Grant Road. You can find their address by going to dragoonbrewing.com. So they've invited us out here today to do the show. We appreciate them having us out here. We'll be with you until 6 o'clock tonight. Come by, check out some of the great new beers, and I say flavors because these guys are crazy. They go wild trying to think of ways to outthink each other. I think they're all a little batty myself, but they make some great beers. So Dragoon Brewing is having us out here today. We invite you to come by, join us. We'll be hanging out with you until 6 o'clock tonight. I got a bunch to get to on the program today. Boy, it's a busy, exciting day around Tucson, and it's not just because it's my birthday, Although if you do want to come by, presents are appreciated but not required to come by and hang out with us today on the show. No, today's an awesome day because they unveiled the new jerseys for the University of Arizona basketball program. We'll talk about that on the program. Al Borges is going to join us. He's our very own coach. Listen, I've got football players, I've got broadcasters. I needed a coach to complete our coverage during the week of Arizona football. So Al Borges, who's been a offensive coordinator in the Pac-12, in the Big Ten, and the SEC, he joins us on Wednesday. Now, we got a chance to sit down and caught him a little bit earlier today so we could get him on the show. And we talked about what gap integrity is. It's something that Jed Fish and the defensive coaches need to fix it before we get to that game against Colorado. So he's coming up on the program. And I've got a treat for you because it is Wildcat Wednesday. Courtney Ramey, Arizona basketball player, transferred in from Texas. He's going to join us on the program today. Plus, it's Wildcat Wednesday, so we tell you we want to talk about all the sports at the University of Arizona, including the Olympic sports. So Laura Jackson, who's an Arizona alum, assistant swim coach, swim dive program, will join us on the program. Then, of course, at 5 o'clock, we have the voice of the Arizona Wildcats joining us, Brian Jeffries, on the program today. So a lot of talk about football, the new uniforms, my birthday. And let me just start out by giving a little a shout-out and a prayer and a thought to everybody out in Florida. My former home is getting hammered today by Hurricane Ian. I never lived through a hurricane. The worst I got was a tropical storm. It's pretty scary. And watching the devastation that will take place along the Florida West Coast is going to be just mind-boggling to try to absorb what that type of storm surge and energy and all that means. So if you have any friends back there in Florida, we're just keeping them in our thoughts and prayers and hoping the damage will be at a minimal, although it's Category 4 as it hits right along the West Coast, south of Sarasota. Actually, it's hitting right where the Tampa Bay Rays, where I used to work, have their spring training complex. So we'll look and see and hope and pray that the damage and loss of life is at a minimum. So I just wanted to start off the show by recognizing that and saying that, in the back of my mind, I'm thinking about those folks and all my friends out there in Florida that had to flee their homes. It's one of those things that I don't think unless you lived out there you can appreciate it. I know I never appreciated it until I went out there and you saw the devastation of what Mother Nature can do. So, again, all those folks are my thought and prayers. All right, what else is in my head right now? Let's see what's rattling around in my big old brain today, shall we?
Warning.
The following segment might trigger some listeners, and 1290 does not take responsibility for the following content.
What the hell is going on?
It's time for the list as we explore the sick, twisted mind of our host, Rich Herrera.
And that's when things got bad.
And the list of things he is thinking about in that huge size 8 Chrome Magnum head of his.
Look at the size of that boy's head. That's like an orange on a toothpick.
You're gonna give the boy a complex.
Oh, that's a huge noggin. Has its own weather system.
What's rattling around in my big old head? Let's have some fun today, shall we? Okay, we're live at Dragoon Brewing Company. Wes Grant, come by, say hi, have a pint or 2 or 3. We'll even find you a DD if you want one, or I'll get you an Uber to send you home. Come by, have a good time. We'll be out here. I don't know if they'll show me everything. I've walked through here before, and like I said, these guys are freaks. They come up and just think about the craziest stuff. They break all the rules, and I'm so happy they're having us out here today to do the show. So thanks to everybody at Dragoon Brewing for having us out here today for our little radio show on my birthday. All right, here's what's going on. Here's what I'm thinking about in my massive, más grande cabeza on Wednesday, September 28th. What am I thinking about? Well, number one, have you seen the Arizona Wildcats' new basketball jerseys? They are sick. As the kids say, they're fire. Is that what the kids say, Garrett? They're fire? Not on fire, but just fire. What happened to the on? Are iGens too lazy to use the word on? Do they just go, oh, that's fire? Well, no. It could be on fire. It could be fire-like, but they just go, it's fire, which is incredibly poor grammar, butchering the Queen's English, or now it's the King's English, actually, because we have a King of England now. Anyway, they're fire. I love them. If you haven't seen them yet, it's an homage. It's an homage to Lute Olson when he first got here in the Arizona Wildcat jersey. So it's still the red, white, and blue. The white has Arizona, but in the big block letters, a little taller than they are wider across the front. It's got the Arizona A on one pant leg. It has cats on the other. And by the way, we were talking about it yesterday. Everybody loves the cactus logo. That's on the front, right at the drawstring on the waistband. They are sick. They're an homage, I guess, to the old school Arizona Wildcat jerseys of Sean Elliott's era. But they're very slick looking and have a little bit of a modern flair to them. So it's a little bit of best of both worlds. By the way, J.W. Madden back in our studio. Hello, J.W.
Hey, Rich, how you doing?
I'm good.
Happy birthday.
Thank you very much. Did you grab the sound? They put out a social media post with Sean Elliott and Steve Kerr reacting to the new gear. You grabbed that, didn't you?
I did pull that for you.
Can we let everybody hear what the great Steve Kerr and Sean Elliott's reaction to the new jerseys are? Let's take a listen.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's cool.
Old school.
And it means a lot to put on that Arizona jersey.
I remember the first time I put on my Arizona jersey. I was so blown away.
You're going to ask players that played in that era, they're going to tell you the same thing, that we just have a lot of pride in wearing that jersey. The entire city was behind us, and that's the best part about Arizona basketball. It's impossible not to take a piece of loot with you everywhere you go.
Paying homage to Coach, the connection between the fans in Tucson, just the love, the energy, the passion for the game. Bear down and go Cats.
Bear down, go Cats.
So they got Steve Kerr and Sean Elliott's seal of approval on it, and they talked about taking a little piece of Lute Olson with you, and this is sweet. You're not going to see this on television. It's not going to be plastered across the front, but just a little piece of Coach Olson's going to be on that jersey. On the shirt tail, I believe it's on the shirt tail, a little gold tag that simply says Lute. Not for everybody else to see, just for the Cats to see on their jersey. So they put that uniform on. They're going to put that uniform on. And they're going to look that it has Lute's name on it. And they're carrying Coach Olson wherever they go with these new jerseys. I'll open up the phones for people today, by the way. If you haven't seen it, we shared it on our Twitter page. It's all over the place. Everybody and their brother's sharing it. I want to get your reaction. I love it. Other people, reaction's been so-so. I think they're great. I think they're phenomenal. I sent a message to Dave Heeke. He said, boy, these things are awesome. I thought they were just right. It's a little old school, so you honor the past, but they've got new lines to them. I think it's an outstanding-looking jersey. I love the block A on one leg. I love Cats on the other. These things are sweet. It's taken about a year and a half. The process started with Sean Miller. And then Tommy Lloyd got to put his fingerprints on him as well. And we're going to try to get Brian Brigger on, who's the equipment manager for the Arizona men's basketball team, and just get a couple minutes with him. First of all, to congratulate him on how awesome, how sick these jerseys look. As the kids say, they're fire. Did I say that the right way? All right, Garrett's sitting over here. No, just there. No, I just say the jersey, fire. I don't need to say their fire. I just say fire. So if I said, hey, the Rich Herrera show, fire. That's right. The Arizona Wildcat jerseys, fire. Wow. I feel like I'm an iGen. I feel like I'm about 30 years younger than I really am by saying fire. Anyway, I love them. I want to get your reaction. 520-848-1290. 520-848-1290. You know what? I tell you what. You're really going to know who's who when they put on those jerseys and you put on those uniforms. I think they're absolutely sick. Great job by Nike. Great job by the athletic department. I think everybody's going to be proud to see these jerseys. And by the way, you'll see them first time out of the gate coming up Friday night. McHale Center, 7:30. Red-blue game. That's be the first time you'll be able to see these. In fact, I want to say you can get on the waiting list if you want to buy one. I think I need one. I know today's my birthday. I already got my birthday present for my wife. But, honey, if you're listening, I've never bought a basketball jersey before in my life. because, I don't have the shoulders for one. But I think I would buy one of these if they make Más Grande es muy grande, and wear a T-shirt underneath. I'll go like Patrick Ewing style, so I don't have to show off my lack of guns, and wear that jersey. That's how sick I think they are. So we'll talk about those in the program. But I'll get your reaction, 520-848-1290, 520-848-1290. All right, Arizona football's got a big challenge this weekend, huge challenge this weekend, and they know it. They know what's coming at them. Colorado's going to try to run the ball down your throat, Arizona, because you haven't shown that you could stop anybody. Hey, listen, I'm going to give credit where credit is due. Johnny Nansen said, I am responsible. That's my deal. I've got to coach them better. I got to help them find gap integrity, keep their eyes where they're supposed to be. We're going to break that down and go down the rabbit hole about the technique and what's going on with the Arizona defense with our very own coach Al Borges coming at the bottom of the hour. You do not want to miss his explanation of everything that you heard Jed talk about and you heard Coach Nansen and Coach Carroll talk about during the press conferences that we carry here on 1290. So you're going to want to hear that with Al Borges coming up at the bottom of the hour. Again, I could go out and find people all over the place. We went out and found real experts that can break things down, guys that have coached before, played before, that explain the game of football. That's why Al Borges is going to join us on the program coming up at the bottom of the hour. What else is going on? So Arizona football, hey, it's up to Arizona. They know what they need to do. They need to stop the run. And we're going to talk, like I said, a lot about how Arizona needs to trust their teammates and the coaches and on defense and play disciplined football. Because I'll be candid with you, if Arizona can't stop the run against Colorado, they're not going to stop the run against anybody. Everybody on the schedule is going to be watching what the Cats do this weekend against Colorado. And if they can't stop them, everybody else is going to try to run the ball right down your throat. Boom. So the Cats have something they need to accomplish this weekend, not just a win, but kind of set everything up for the rest of the season. So if you're an Arizona Wildcat fan, we need to talk about that quite a bit. You need to stop them running the football and have them stop running the football right now. You need to show that you can stop the run, and if you can't, you're going to be in trouble because it's only going to get worse next week against Oregon and on the line with Utah, UCLA, USC, Washington State, and everybody else, including, hate to say it, Arizona State on your schedule. So all of that's coming up on the program today as well. But I do want to get your reaction. Instant reaction. What did you think? What do you think of the new Arizona basketball jerseys? 520-848-1290. 520-848-1290. We are live at Dragoon Brewing Company. They just opened up the door. I got people hanging out in here. 1859 West Grant Road, 1859 West Grant Road. You can find them at dragoonbrewing.com. dragoonbrewing.com. We'll be here with you up until 6 o'clock. So come by, have a pint with us. I like the bartender. She's nice. She's not paying attention to me. See, that's how smart she is. She's not even paying. Anyway, come on by Dragoon Brewing, 1859 West Grant Road. Thanks to Dragoon Brewing for making the Rich Herrera Show possible. All right, coming up next, I'm going to talk more about the Arizona gear, and then Al Borges, our football coach, explains gap integrity. You're going to want to hear this all coming up this hour of the Rich Herrera Show live from Dragoon Brewing. This is Wildcats Radio 1290.
This is the Rich Herrera Radio Show. Now streaming on Facebook Live and YouTube at Wildcats 1290 and our website, wildcatsradio1290.com.
Terry crosses middle, hand it to Matherin between the rings. Over for Creasa. Checked by Campbell. High screen from Koloko. Creasa around it, drives right. Throw it for Koloko, who slams it down for two. Lamb set. And the pitch to Susak, driven out towards right field. That is going to get down for a base hit and go all the way to the wall. Casagrande headed for third. They're going to wave him around. He's coming home, and the Wildcats have tied it up. Susak with an RBI double to right center. And we're still playing ball. Tied at 16 in the bottom of the 10th. Shot blocked by Koloko, who grabs it out of the air. Ahead to Dalen Terry, Arizona with the ball, minute 30 to go, and a 6-point lead. Juzang working right, drives to the bucket, put up, blocked by Koloko, grabbed by Larson. Arizona ball, 38 seconds left. For Bernard, Goes right, blocked by Ballo, grabbed by Mathurin. Arizona ball.